Won the toss and will field. We pick it up now with the first ball of the match. Alan Donald is the bowler. Taking strike is Mark Butcher.
And off the mark. Mark Butcher is pushing that away on the offside. Jonty Rhodes. A very familiar figure of Jonty Rhodes doing the fielding.
It's not dead, Joe.
There you go, there's his first class scores, 200s. A couple of 50s as well, so in terrific form at the moment.
That's beautifully bowled. Well, that's what South Africa are hoping for this morning. Movement away from the right-hander.
Yes, and the first one really that's moved off the seam, and it's gone beautifully from Shaun Pollock.
That's a good shot. That's nicely timed. Wide of Paul Adams, and that's running away to the boundary. Well, there's no apparent effort in the shot. That's a very good sign for Mark Butcher.
Beautifully played, wonderfully timed. Almost the perfect Yorker, but at that pace it was picked up with some real hard bottom hand thrust in there. 4 runs.
Mike Atherton has shown us this morning the confidence that probably has been lacking from his batting over the last 12 months. He's in good form, he scored runs for Lancashire, and he really is showing a good bit of grit and determination this morning.
Well bowled, and that's pretty well kept down, I think. This sloping bat well forward on the front foot, but a thick outside edge. 2 more runs to Atherton.
An indication of how much the ball turned for Adams. Going away with the angle as well.
Well, I'm not sure this was a very confident appeal. One that Butcher was looking to play on the leg side. Well, it's going to take a while for Mark Butcher to really get the hang of how Paul Adams bowls. The most unusual.
Well, Shaun Pollock's got his leg cutter going very well now.
Well, Shaun Pollock was the pick of the bowlers before lunch. He got the ball to consistently go away from the batsman, and he got some movement off the seam back into them. I think the beauty about his bowling is that he bowls so close to the stumps.
And he has a long chase. Well, that was it. Runs for it.
This is France 98. Beautifully saved, that is.
Well, that was hostile, no doubt about that. It's a very sluggish pitch. And the ball flew shoulder high through gully for the important single to bring up the 100 partnership. $109 for 1, and applause all round the ground for a fine half-century for the former captain, Michael Atherton. Good grafting innings, full of technical certainty.
That's enough for 50. That's nicely placed. And reaching the boundary. So Mark Butcher on to 53. And this has been a very important innings, both for England and for Mark Butcher.
Oh, well bowled. He's flicked his pad on the way through. The shouts of appeal, and that is a ripper.
That's better. That's well struck. Everything worked markedly better for that shot from Mark Butcher. That's in the air, straight down the throat and out. Jack Callis, the man down at deep square leg. And the bowling change has worked. South Africa's luck has finally arrived. Mark Butcher will be livid with himself. Didn't keep the ball down. It marks the end of what's been a very good innings for him at the start of this Test series. But it ends with him on 77. The googly from Paul Adams, and you can see the bat coming underneath the ball, top edge. Jacques Callis down at deep square leg, judged it.
Well, that's a cracking shot. Long half volley. And that doesn't matter whether it swings in the air or not. It certainly swung off the bat. Beautifully played. It's quite a brave effort that to bowl a bouncer at that pace to a man who's already got 70, but that's what he did and that's what he got.
Well, that's accelerated the scoring. It's the 50 partnership between Michael Atherton and his new boss, Alex Stewart. And it was a lovely shot. He really is moving well today, Michael Atherton. Paul Adams continuing at the City end. That's 4 runs. It was just a tad uppish as it left the bat, but well wide of extra cover and very powerfully struck. And well, very close to another wicket, but that's the 100. Michael Atherton announces his return to Test cricket. The first Test match since resigning the captaincy, and he celebrates with his 12th Test match 100.
Well, it's been a great knock. He's kissing his cap. Not the best shot to bring it up with, but we won't take that away from him. The other 11 fours have been pretty good ones, and Michael Atherton through the day really has played well.
Wonderful. That was a super day for England. Mark Butcher, 77, played really well, and the partnership with Atherton got England away to a tremendous start, then carried them through to the breaking of the partnership, and then Stewart carried on at the end, 28 to go with Atherton's 103. Bowling figure.
Where he's broken a finger, it's been confirmed now in his bowling hand. Gough was struck on the right index finger while batting as England finished their first innings on 462 all out.
After the glory, the grind. England on the back foot as early as the second over with the loss of Atherton for 103. Alan Donald's delivery undoing the old captain. Next on, Nasser Hussain. He was quickly off the mark with a textbook 4.
Good example.
The New England captain Alex Stewart started where he'd left off overnight, his first 4 of the day. Plenty of venom in that one.
Out of the textbook, that one.
Stewart, just 1 run away from his half-century, was dismissed by Klusner.
And that is all over. Klusner has got that one.
Frustration for the England captain.
In the air just later.
And then Nasser fell to earth with a non-orbital from Paul Adams. Out LBW for 35. A terrific delivery from Sean Pollock. Scuttled out Graham Thorpe for just 10.
And whatever the talents of
Paul Adams claimed his 3rd wicket, this time that of Mark Elam for 5.
Ah, yes, got him. Third wicket for Paul.
Mark Ramprakash on 49, then did an Alex Stewart. Out for the same score,
Bowled him.
this time bowled by Donald,
First ball.
with his first delivery of the new ball.
And he looks fairly...
The players then reached for cover in the dressing room as the rain came down.
The green sheets will cover.
And nearly an hour later, they were back again. Some only for a short time though. Cork with a sturdy 36, caught by Pollock off Donald.
That's a very good catch.
The same bowler then got lucky again, this time Robert Croft, getting a thin edge,
That's got him.
out for 19. Angus Fraser was the last man out, caught by the South African skipper. But what's proved a painful end to England's morale-boosting first 2 days is Darren Gough's finger injury, sustained during an innocuous shot. The fears are that he could be out for the rest of this test.
Built up a decent lead at the end of day 4 of the first test against South Africa. Dominic Cork finished with 5 wickets. South Africa were bowled out for 343. That left England with a first innings lead of 119. And that had grown to 289 by the end of the day's play. England finishing on 170 for 8, setting up a great finish tomorrow, although the weather may spoil everything.
Play started almost bang on time. No rain clouds, but South Africa treading water quickly. Pollock's sky-high effort eventually coming down to earth on Croft. Fraser was bowling with pace, his delivery undoing Boucher. Good catch from Stewart.
Picked him up.
Jonty Rhodes, batting sensibly and solidly, reached his half-century with style.
50 for Johnny Rhodes.
Rhodes, who batted superbly to get to 95, was then brilliantly caught by Stewart, Fraser's 150th Test wicket. Last man out for South Africa was Alan Donald. Cork with a truly brilliant catch.
Well, that's a brilliant instinctive...
England 119 runs ahead and in bat. Butcher out LBW, bowl Pollock.
LBW.
Hussain was the next one out. LBW again, this time to Alan Donald.
Ooh, big shout there as Hussain plays across the line, and that's out.
No reason for some to get
There's
too
one hell of a
downhearted.
conga line out there.
But England needed to be quick on their feet and make runs. Stewart notched up 28 before he was clean bowled by Donald. Thorpe made a rapid 43 before he was dismissed by Klusner. Michael Atherton was next to go, out for the same score, dismissed by the same bowler.
Gone, and Klusner.
Things were getting bad to worse for England. Ramprakash was adjudged to have been caught by Callis. Some would say the ball hit the ground first. Then in the next over, Mark Elam was caught by Pollock. No dispute there.
Picked it up.
Last ball of the day saw Cork stumped by Boucher.
Well,
So a bad end to a day which had started full of promise for England. Mark Bishop, Sky News.
And